Hello, I am Mrs. Kenneth, the Title I Math Coach at Lucille Brown Middle School. My colleagues and I, Ms. Shawn Newark, Title I Math Coach at Albert Hill Middle School, and Ms. Tyler Cybers, teacher over at Binford Middle School, have worked on creating the remainder of the 8th grade lessons for the school year. This week, we will start with a new topic, week 3, on box and whisker plots. It's SOL 8.12a. Today's objective is that you will be given data points to create box and whisker plots. You'll know that you have it when you're able to correctly plot the graph and identify the 5 required data points with 80% accuracy. You will need a calculator, paper, and pencil. The vocabulary for this week includes box and whisker plot, 5-number summary, lower extreme, median, lower quartile, upper extreme, range, and inner quartile range. The 2 vocab words that you may recognize are median and range from 6th grade math. Those will be coming back today, but the rest of them will probably be new. You will learn about this vocabulary in our video lessons. Here is a pictorial representation of a box and whisker plot. With everything labeled, you can always come back and reference this, or you can pause the video and copy this diagram into your notes. Here are the links to the instructional video. So at this time, I would like you to pause this video and go to these video links and watch the videos. You can take notes as needed. And when you are finished, come back and play this video again, and we will do some practice problems. Welcome back. Let's do some independent practice. Here's example number 1. It says, directions. Please identify the following: lower extreme, lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and upper extreme. And as you should have learned from the videos, that's called our 5-number summary. And those are the numbers we will need to then graph the box and whisker plot. The problem reads, a restaurant owner wants to know how far his customers are traveling to eat at his restaurant. He recorded their miles traveled for a day: 19, 2, 3, 7, 3, 1, 23, 5, 10, 15, 11, 18, 3, 2, 5, 12, and 14 miles. Please pause the video, write down the example problem, work it out yourself. When you are finished, please play the video again for the solution.
Today begins your introduction on box plots, formerly known or otherwise known as box and whiskers plots. With that being said, let's jump right into our first set of data that we'll be going over. It is located in practice problem number 1. The first thing that you'll have to do to find the 5 main components of your box plots are to put your numbers in order from least to greatest. How you can check behind yourself to make sure that you have actually recorded all of your numbers is to count how many you initially started with and make sure that you have that same number when you have put them in ascending order. For question number 1, we notice that we have 17 sets of data. So we need to make sure that we have 17 when we are done. Once you have put your numbers in ascending order, you now can locate the 5 main components needed for a box plot, which are your lower extreme, your lower quartile, your median, your upper quartile, and your upper extreme. The 2 easiest to locate are your lower and upper extremes. For the lower extreme is your smallest number within your set of data, and your upper extreme is your largest number that's located within your set of data. The next easiest to locate is your median, which is the number that is located directly in the middle of your set of data. If you have 2 numbers that are in the center or in the middle, you add the two together and divide by 2 to find out what that number would be. When it comes to your lower quartile and your upper quartile, those numbers are located within the ranges of the lower extreme to your median for your lower quartile, and your upper quartile is located from the median through your upper extreme. It's the number that is in the middle. So with that being said, let's go through and use this set of data to locate those 5 components. For the lower extreme, we notice that the smallest number for question number 1 was 1. So therefore, your lowest extreme would be 1. Your upper extreme, which should be your greatest number in the set of data, should be 23. When it comes to your median, we have 17 numbers. So that means the number that's directly in the middle. And we know that because we end up with 8 numbers on the left side and 8 numbers on the right. So that number is directly in the middle. And that number is 7. So 7 is your median. When it comes to your lower quartile, you're going to take the median or the middle of that lower set of data that spans from your lower extreme to the median, not including the median. And that number for your lower quartile is a 3. When it comes to your upper quartile, you'll have all the numbers that are to the right side of your set of data, on the right side of your median, and in the middle, you find a 14 and a 15. So you have to add those two together and divide by 2, and you get 14.5. Now, with that being said, you're now ready to draw your box and whiskers plots. So what you would do is on a number line that is numbered to include all the values that you need for those 5 components, you're going to mark off on the number line those 5 points: 1, 3, 7, 14.5, and 23. You're going to mark them with a vertical line. Then with using a horizontal line, you're going to connect lines 2, 3, and 4 at the top and at the bottom, and that creates a box for you. You will then take a horizontal line, and in the center, you're going to connect line 1 to line 2 and line 5, which will create your whiskers. So at the end, you should have a box and whiskers plot. Please see the diagram so that you can see what it should actually look like.
Here's example number 2. The directions are the same. Using the following math test scores from Miss Loving's first period class, create a box and whiskers plot to identify the information below. So again, you're going to copy down the problem, find the 5-number summary, and then graph your box and whisker plot. When you are finished, please come back to the video and hit play, and we will go over the solution.
Now we will go over question number 2 in reference to drawing a box plot to this set of data. So we see in this set of data, we are actually given an odd number set of data, which has 11 numbers. And what we're going to do is to locate our 5 components as we did in question number 1. The first thing that we have to do is to put them in order from least to greatest, making sure that we check behind ourselves to make sure that if we began with 11 numbers, that we also end with 11 numbers. Now we can locate our lower extreme, lower quartile, our median, our upper extreme, and our upper quartile. First, we locate the 2 easiest parts, which are our lower extreme and our upper extreme. The lower extreme is our smallest number again, so that is 55 for this set of data. Our upper extreme is 100, which is our largest number in this set of data. The number that is located directly in the middle for this set of data is number 83. So with that being said, we now have to find the median, which is our lower quartile for our lower set of data, and that median number is 77, which represents our lower quartile. When it comes to the median number for our upper set of data, that is recognized as our upper quartile, we see that that number is 95. So the numbers that you should have are your lower extreme 55, lower quartile 77, your median at 83, your upper quartile at 95, and your upper extreme at 100. We should now be able to draw our box and whiskers plots by creating horizontal connections between our lower quartile, our median, and our upper quartile. And we should also create a vertical line for our lower and upper extremes. And then using horizontal lines, we can connect in the middle our upper extreme to our upper quartile and our lower extreme to our lower quartile, creating our whiskers. Please see the diagram to ensure that what you have created is correct.
Here is the last example, example number 3. The directions are the same. Using the following math test scores from Mr. Perry's first period class, create a box and whisker plot to identify the information. So there is your data set. Find the 5-number summary and graph the box and whisker plot. When you're finished, come back and play the video.
Now on to our last practice problem for day 1. If you'll notice in this set of data, we have an even number, of numbers. So therefore, we have to be able to make sure that we are finding our quartiles and our medians in the proper way. So the step is always the same, meaning we take all of our numbers and we put them in order from least to greatest. Once we have done that, we can go ahead and locate the easiest portions again, which are our extremes. So our lower extreme, which is the smallest number, is 52. Our upper extreme, which is our largest number, is 105. Now, when it comes to locating our median, we see that we have 10 numbers, which means we have 2 that are directly in the center, a 77 and 79. We have to take the average or the mean of those 2 numbers, which will give us 78. So the median number should be 78. Since 78 is not a part of our original set, the 2 numbers that are part of the original set will be included in locating the quartiles for this question. So for our upper quartile, which is our set of data that is located to the right of the median, where the 78 is, we're located to the right. We have 79, 79, 100, 100, and 105. The number that lies directly in the center of that set of data is 100. So our upper quartile is 100. When it comes to our lower quartile, we have 52, 71, 75, 76, and 77. If you're looking directly in the middle of that set of data, we notice that 75 is our representative for our lower quartile. So with that being said, our lower extreme is 52, our lower quartile is 75, our median is 78, our upper quartile is 100, and our upper extreme is 105. We are now ready to actually draw the box and whiskers plot to represent that set of data. I would ask that you please see the diagram to check to see if you have mastered the concept.
All right, now that we have practiced, let's see what the homework is for tonight. So you have 2 problems. The first problem, you're going to create a box and whisker plot using the data provided for a group of 6th grade students, their math test scores. And then the second problem, you're given the box and whisker plot, and you are trying to figure out which set A, B, C, or D will match that box and whisker plot. So which one of those sets is the correct data set that would represent that box and whisker plot shown? These answers will be reviewed at the beginning of tomorrow's lesson. Additionally, please make sure you log into Dreambox via Clever. All right, and complete at least one lesson. It should take you no more than 10 to 15 minutes to complete at least one lesson, maybe even less. But make sure you go through the whole lesson, use the hints if you need to, but make sure you complete the lesson. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.